there on Mirage. So something that we'll sort of hope to sort of see on Anubis. And looking across the rest of the roster, like Hugh and Motion as well. Again, very, very solid players, as we've seen before in the past. A lot of experience on both of those members as well. Hopefully they can turn things around, but if they don't, we're in for a pretty quick series, and let's see whether or not that'll be the case. It is on to Anubis that we go.
And I mean, there was instances where DXA got an opening kill, and there were some pretty quick trades and everything, but ultimately Sunday School were realigning themselves to get the victories. So you kind of do want to see them going into this second map as the clean slate, fresh mentality. DXA starting off on the T side. They did get the choice of sides coming into this as well. So hopefully that gives them a little bit more favor.
Yeah, hopefully, but I think it's less about the choice of sides and more about can they shoot them in the head. DXA right here have set themselves outside of E-Box, but that looks like a perfectly timed push from Versa, and it is going to work out just that way as well. Double dualies in E-Box, and then Crunchy is just farming as well. So it's the Versa and Crunchy show in the pistol there, which is exactly what you'd want when you drop two sets of dualies. And that's that. Sunday School will pick up where they left off on Mirage.
I mean, a full house, and they've cleaned the table of DXA in that one, right? Just straight shooting. A good read in from Sunday School, a good idea for a pistol round, and a flawless execution. I think in terms of pistols go, that's one of the cleanest ones that you'll see. Can't argue with that. DXA, you've got a lot to consider going into these next few rounds as well. You need bomb plants. You need to convert your first rifle round, because if it just continues to be a show that we saw from Mirage, yeah, you will be sent down the lower bracket rapid fast.
Man, these rounds are not taking too long, are they? This is just a blender. It's an absolute shellacking. Whatever word you really want to come up with, just take your pick. Any synonym for those kinds of words. DXA, though, first gun round. Hopefully things will turn back around a little bit here. It is going to be the two MP9s that do get taken in by Sunday School, but I dare say DXA don't even really feel like they've gotten to play this map so far.
No, not just yet. 10 deaths across the board for DXA. We'll see if they can keep it at 10 going into the next round. It's not even really that weak of a rifle round either. Sorry, gun round, a buy round. A round in and of itself for Sunday School. 3 rifles, 2 MP9s, a lot of utility, a lot of kits. You definitely have some power positions that you can hold on the CT side. Reckons, just case in point, MP9 over at E-Box, that can always be a pretty scary position, especially when you're reading in that there's an opponent in there.
He didn't even take any damage. He literally did that and did not take any damage. Roffelko's lucky to get out of there alive. But that is E-Box control still for Sunday School, despite the fact that Roffelko's worked hard for it. He's kind of starting to run out of util and running out of HP as well. Missy's dropped in the meanwhile. It was a 1-for-1. But so far, this is still looking pretty solid for Sunday School. They have the advantage, a lot of HP, and obviously still feeling pretty comfortable in this one with some decent map control in toward E-Box as well.
Yeah, I mean, the outcome of that duel is 2 players on DXA low HP. You don't really have any map positioning either. A re-peek in from Reckons is just going to scare you at this point in time to kind of force you to go to the A side of things. You got a couple of smokes, you got a couple of flashes, you can get a semblance of an execute in towards the site. By the timing, Crunchy's actually fallen away from A as well, so it will shift into a pretty interesting retake if Sunday School find themselves in that situation too, because they don't actually have any utility to be able to play onto a retake. Big kill in from Crunchy. Yep. Get one more, it'd be gorgeous. There it is.
Man, Crunchy is looking really solid. Wow. He's going to get the 4K. Doesn't look like it. It'll be stolen away by the Garfunkel himself. But 3-0 is the scoreline, and wow, DXA are just getting obliterated at the moment. They need to find a way into this series, otherwise it's going to be over in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and for those that may be watching as well, there's 2 best of 3s to be played tonight for both teams on the A stream here and on the B stream too. KCG and Vantage in the other stream, so we'll technically have to wait for that one to also be done before we can move on to the next series. See what the pistols in this one for DXA are going to be able to deliver. Versa almost giving himself up on the silver platter, but he lands back with a bit of damage onto Roffelko. Just again trying to see what damage DXA can do. If they can try and transition into getting, a clean rifle round, all the utility across the board, we might start to say, all right, they can fashion a bit of a T side, but for currently, it's not eventuating to anything.
No, certainly not. And just on that note as well about the second series, I believe the scheduled start time at least is 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern time.
Right.
So there is probably going to be a pretty big break regardless of whether or not the other series is done. I don't know if there's a possibility that that game gets pushed forward, if it's possible to push it forward. But usually in my experience that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And Hugh's going to take the cheeky kill onto Garfunkel. But I don't know that that's really going to change a lot in this round. And also, by the way, the game between KCG and Vantage only just finished their first map, so they'll still have quite a ways to go. Even if it'll get pushed forward, there'll be a break here on our stream if this game ends 2-0.
Oh. That could have been an unfortunate moment from Rufflecoat.
Yeah. He's in with a chance of getting that bomb plant down if he might have peeked onto Crunchy, who was low HP, but decided to try his luck. And he was unable to have any luck, as has pretty much been the case for DXA all day long. 4-0 the scoreline. Sunday School well and truly off to the races. And DXA have picked up 3 kills in 4 rounds. So it's not painting a pretty picture.
Well, Kira does have the AWP in possession. It was something that gave him a little bit of confidence to find some, albeit small, damage in Mirage. So if you can get some individual confidence behind yourself, maybe you can start to see an opening with it. And we do. Versa is down for the count, so that is going to shift Sunday School a little bit. And I do like to see the settling down from both sides as well. No rush from DXA to try and get this round over and done with when they feel like they might have an advantage somewhere around the map. The bomb is still very far away in the hands of Motion as well. Wanting to see if there's any overpeaks from Sunday School, who are starting to reveal something over at the A site. And Lucas is going to get away as well.
Yeah, this round not looking quite so good for Sunday School. That one on A long should have definitely been traded. And they've had to give up control of E-Box as a result of that frag going over to DXA. 3 players to hold on to the map is just not enough. So best case scenario here for Sunday School is that they can group all 3 members on the same bomb site. And ideally take all the guns away into the next round. But they've kind of called incorrectly, and it's not going to be A, it's going to be straight toward B. So they'll have to go scurrying over in that direction. But this is one of those situations where, yeah, the call is just going to have to be take the save. Like, there's no reason to go for the retake there. There's honestly no reason to even be sticking around and trying to do some damage, because it's just so much more valuable for Sunday School to keep their economy healthy. And with Crunchy and Reckons having over 7k and 3 members saving their guns, your money's still in a really good spot here if you're on the CT side. So they're thinking long term. It's good to see. You can afford to give up this round. 4-1. Still a fantastic start for Sunday School. Now let's just reset and go into the next round with still quite a healthy economy.
Yeah, well, Mizzy might actually be able to put a spanner in the works of DXA's economy themselves if they lose any more members, because that's 2 rifles being taken away going into the next round. So it'll keep DXA's economy honest coming into this next one. But definitely agree with you on the long run for Sunday School as well, right? They've had some pretty clean, pretty easy 4 rounds so far. That one not so much, but you build up your economy. You can have a couple of losses and still keep some really good control on this map. And even that, I mean, they lose the opening pick, right? Kira with the AWP. They know it's in existence. They know how they're going to try and get around that, where Kira likes to play. This time they've already spotted him out all over to the B site, although on a tight line and exchanging of smokes. He is going to favor the CTs at this point in time, because you're not really going to be justified in trying to push through this smoke as a T side.
But the Sunday School lads will be well aware that there's a couple of members of DXA kind of floating around behind this smoke, so going to keep their heads down and keep tossing Util in that direction as well. Q has been able to find the opening pick though in mid, which will have to draw a rotation away from the B bomb site. First they're going to reinforce that area of the map and try to reinforce the A site. It looks like they want to fight for mid, which will prove to be the right decision. Versa for 1, Crunchy for another. And DXA, that map control has been taken away from them. But at the very least, Lucas has been able to creep his way out onto A. Seeming to be pretty aware of that possibility, so. But it's getting a bit messy. DXA are pushing both sides of the map, so Sunday School actually don't have any idea what is going on right now.
Yeah, I don't really think DXA might be considered on where they want to bring this bomb to as well for a little bit of time just there. Starts to go over towards the B site finally with Reckons losing his life. So this would be a pretty nasty 1 versus 3 for Crunchy on 18 HP. Oh, wow. Okay. He's starting to get something happening. A 1 versus 3 into a 1 versus 1. This is what happens, Jordan. It's not a 1 versus 3. It's 3 1v1s, and he's just winning them.
We're going to get to find out if he is him. 12 and 1 right now, and he's on 18 HP. He's already picked up 2. Lucas is...
Gotta get the bomb.
Very scared. As he should be. This is a huge rat, though, from Crunchy, and it's going to be a question of where Lucas goes from here. I would say he's chosen correctly to go back in towards CT spawn. He's done it on a pretty good timing. He's gotten past just before Crunchy has been able to get into the site. This should be unwinnable for Crunchy. He doesn't even have a smoke. Ollie's not going to be enough to dislodge the position, and even with the defuse kit, he's in a bit of trouble here unless Lucas decides to go for the swing. Crunchy's going to hit another tap, but that's a good clutch from Lucas in the end. Still, a lot of economic damage done by Crunchy, and he looked really close to potentially winning that one. Yeah. I think if he has a smoke, he drops the smoke, defuses inside the smoke, probably wins that round. But
yeah,
just doesn't have the smoke to play with, unfortunately.
It's even one of those situations where had he had the armchair knowledge that we do, of course he can't, diffuse on the first one, don't fake the tap. He gets the round because Lucas is so far away from the play. He was so far away from hearing the 2 drops, one outside of B long and one inside the side as well, out of range on the sound cue, so could have had the defuse. Regardless though, Jordan, the round that they saved 2 times ago, now we're seeing their economy pay a little bit of the price. They don't have a sensational buy. They've gone for a little bit of a half buy to make sure the next round is a full buy. Crunchy's already down to 40 HP. This is the time for DXA to capitalize and start to build some T-side rounds.
Yep. It's the first chance that they've really had, I think, in the entire series to actually feel like they're in control of the game. So I'd say it's pretty damn important that they win this round and don't let this one slip, because that would surely be the nail in the coffin. If they lost this and Sunday School just got on another roll, it's like, well, I don't know if the mental can recover from that one. Reckons elbow spotted, but shots connected. Ends up being a 1-for-1. A-site is going to be the choice for DXA, which won't be the right decision, considering there's a lot of members of Sunday School over here. Deagle is doing a lot of damage onto Keo as well. Everyone is a sliver of HP. DXA, they need a miracle to get through this round now.
A smoke and a molly for Keo. If he can get on the right AWP line as well, he might be able to bring it into a nice crossfire location for the remaining 2 guys, but Verse up, looking the wrong way. Not able to react to Lucas. We'll bring it just on to Garfunkel, and that is some nice shooting to come out from Lucas. There is the 3rd.
Is there going to be another twist and another turn here from DXA? They just have not felt competitive in this series at all, but starting to see some inroads made. That said, buy through from Sunday School into this one. And I wonder if they're going to change anything up. They haven't been playing too aggressively in mid. We'll throw that deep mid smoke. And so Missy's going to set himself up on that line. Nothing too untoward from the CT side just yet.
One of the good things with DXA earlier on as well was getting the mid pick to start the round off. This time it's going to be over towards the B side. So you start to feel a little bit of pressure as Reckons. Now you isolate one of these angles off. 4 versus 4. You can see a risk from Crunchy start to come in through mid as well. Starts to clear that on out, knowing things are going to this B side. Great flash. Mizzy finds one, can't get the second.
Mizzy's still on the site, though, means that DXA can't really reliably say that they've got control of it just yet. Try and dig him out, and they will be unsuccessful in doing so. Just lining up for that M4A1S spray. Keo, shotgun AWP. It's good for 1. That's really not going to help him, considering he's still got 2 more to find, and a big flank on offer from Crunchy might just seal the deal if it doesn't come down to Versa anyway. 5 and 3. DXA's time in the sun didn't last long.
No, not at all. Although their economy is still looking you know, on the teetering edge of getting some upgraded pistols and a little bit of utility on this round. You can, I wouldn't say going for a full force. They don't have the full economy for that, but getting a hero rifle out, we'll see what Lucas can do. Still leading the charge in the kill department for DXA. These are these sort of big rounds where if they can convert this, they can look to try and equalize it up in the next round. Footsteps have been heard outside of the canals, though. Nice line from Versa on the York. The cavalry is already here to assist him as well, and he's just shooting them left, right, and center at the moment. Trades from Crunchy, and this is a shutdown of a round.
You're not wrong. 6-3. It's got to be pretty disheartening for DXA. They felt like they'd gotten going, but seems like they're back to square one again.
Yeah, I mean, the result of going for that half buy, right? They can still afford to buy in this one. Sunday School opting to keep a couple of MP9s in play as well. See if anything is going to be meeting close proximity. Bit of an awkward shot out from Versa. A missed opportunity to find the first frag of round number 10.
So far, so good for DXA, though. Their trades on the way into the B-bomb side have been pretty decent here. Quick flank, though, from Crunchy is going to be the scary part. He's working his way up behind the smoke in canals. He really feels like he's been a danger man.
Yeah.
And working his way through E-box. If he opens things up here, then we're back to 3-on-3. And all of a sudden, it starts to get a little bit more difficult for DXA. Util's getting filtered on through. Doubled up at Ninja. Here with the Molotov into cage.
Oh,
not really
no.
gonna be too effective. Crunchy's killed himself. That's not going to help out. And Sunday School will decide that without the man of the moment, they are just better off saving.
Yeah, we saw him hold that HE grenade. You know the idea. He wants to try and throw it out into Ninja on side as well. But he's hit a wall somewhere. That's unfortunately a little bit comical. I think you just write that one off, though, as DXA another round on the board. This is where we start to get a couple of rifle rounds in a row, which really starts to give us a good test on how the remaining 2 rounds are going to go on this half. You expect to see a bit of a buy behind these rifles from Sunday School. Nothing too significant, though. Really want to see reliance upon the AWP of Versa and Mizzy with that A1S here. But the chance for DXA to tie up the scoreline now after finding a bit of more rhythm on this T side is pretty significantly positive.
Still a very winnable round, though, for Sunday School, particularly if Versa is going, though that felt like it was the opportunity. Mizzy's waiting for the push. He's given away his position, though, and Hugh's just more than happy to take that space. Some aggression from Garfunkel as well over towards B. That won't work out either. Maybe you're right. Maybe DXA can find a way to salvage this half. Get it to 6 apiece. Even then, though, CT side gets 6. You're not too good with that on Anubis.
Yeah. It's shaping up to be a flawless round as well to come out from DXA, not dropping a single member. If Lucas gets a kill, everybody's arrived for DXA in this one. I think you still put a lot of priority on saving this AWP, though, as Versa, if DXA lets him. Will permit a pretty neat buy in the next round for Sunday School, but it's going to provide an even better opportunity for DXA, as I said, to try and tie up this one at 6 apiece, and then we change it over and see what their CT side look like, because DXA chose this this side of the map to start off on. Let's just see if Versa can hold on to the AWP.
That would be unlikely, I'd say. He's even going to check the corner, but apparently will. Shout for the AK. Oh, good for one more, but there's always going to be enough bodies to throw at him. So no AWP into this round for Sunday School, you'd think. Garfunkel, he might be able to drop it. In fact, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So Versa, I mean, presumably Versa's saying, yeah, I'm really feeling it with the AWP.
Yeah.
I think I can make something happen, which isn't necessarily untrue. He's 14-5.
I mean, yeah, we've seen some flashes in through B long as well, and attempts at peeks with the pistols. We haven't really seen him with an AWP yet, though. Yeah, and it's not going to be the case. He's just going to post up on a pretty solid line.
Yeah, a lot of responsibility here for Crunchy. He will have heard that drop into water, and MP9 in hand. He's got to find a way to get at least one here. It is being cleared out pretty methodically by DXA. Waiting for the util. He was playing anti-flash, but in the end, it's just going to be the contact play instead. Which is the perfect counter from Keo. With that one kill, Sunday School have pretty much lost control of the round because they have no one else on A. And even though they've got a fight happening in mid, Hughes is dealing with that one pretty effectively. So you have to say that's probably the half done and dusted in the favor of DXA in the final round.
Oh. Gonna give it a crack. See what he took him the wrong way. And that is indeed going to be the half. 6 apiece. Didn't think it might look to be like this. But hey, let's see if DXA can close out the next half.
Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night. And I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night. And I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I don't know what you're thinking, but my mind is full of fear. 'Cause I felt this world without you. I feel safer when you're here. It's been a couple months now, feels like time's been moving slow. And I
Alrighty, welcome back to the second half, and map 2 has been a little bit more competitive than what we got to see on Mirage. That's good news for DXA. They've gone for the double dually strat themselves in this pistol round, but Sunday School still very much in pole position to close this series out 2-0.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I will say I was a little bit more impressed from DXA in terms of the individuality that we saw as well in the last half. I think Hugh is being good on finding a little bit of gaps here and there. Lucas in finding a couple of multi-frags. And they've had scattered pieces, you know, of play to try and get them into the game. But I think ultimately Just some layering of utility and finding Sunday School who have been overextending just a little bit, you know, around the A side of the map, mainly.
What is going on there?
Yeah, Miss Molly, I think. She might have jumped into it. Regardless, Mizzy has somehow just eliminated 2 very quickly.
Maybe DXA was as confused as I was, wondering what that molly was, and that was the decoy that they needed.
Well, can they convert it from here? 2-player advantage, Motion missing a couple of shots, everybody swinging together to secure it, and they are going into the remaining members of the DXA team around the A site. Still, again, just clearing them out.
Oh.
Now they know where both are, although they are starting to lose these duels.
Yeah, they just got a little bit lax there, thinking that Heaven was safe, and that has proven to be incorrect, though. Versus flank, you'd think she'd get it done, though. It's down to the headshots from
Oh,
Jim,
wow.
and I cannot believe Sunday School have lost that round.
That was a
They
2 versus
are
5.
not going to be very happy with themselves at all.
That was a 2 versus 5. That should not happen any day of the week, but you have to give credit to DXA. They hit the shots where required. The positions were where needed. That should be a massive morale boost for them. Yeah, no plans either from Sunday School, but they do choose to force on up. Scout to spot out. Window at the moment. E-Box is where the number of forces of DXA are currently laying around. And that's a nice opener.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to start. Pop flash into long. Not going to affect you at all. And with an A4, I think he should get a bit of work done right here. But unable to see anything. And Garfunkel holds the WC with a MAC 10, then an M4, and decides he's going to get a couple of kills. So this round has gone a little bit pear-shaped for DXA.
Yeah, not a bad drive-by to come through at the end there to try and start off some sort of retake, but feels like these smokes are just going to isolate DXA, make it a little bit difficult to go in for a retake.
I don't even know if they really want to at this point.
Yeah. No. Too many members around the site. No util for Keo. He's the one with the kit, but Lucas would have to either set himself up or set Keo up. No damage at the tail end of the round either. So we equalize yet again. The force up from Sunday School converts into a pretty nice boosted round actually for them, right? Only dropping 1 member just to invest into utility into this new round. It's not bad.
Could be a bit of a back and forth start to the half, as usually is the case when we get into these kinds of situations. But definitely looks a lot better for Sunday School. Pretty hell-bent on holding on to B main. Flash goes in, nade goes in. No one from DXA going to be allowed passage through there. But 4 players stacked over toward B means that if Sunday School make another bad call, similar to what we saw in the pistol, things could go haywire once again.
Yeah, it's good to see the Sunday School still playing a little bit passively as well. Expect the unexpected, a pop flash in from DXA to B main, and they'll be ready for that as a counterplay. Still a bit of utility for Lucas to be able to cause a ruckus around this B side as well. Has now been spotted. Definitely feels like Sunday School want to try and end things over at this B side though, so DXA can give it a really good crack. More utility starting to go down as Sunday School set themselves up for the eventual take attempt.
I'm not a fan.
Can
really see this one going wrong. All it takes is Ruffleko hitting a headshot with the scout, Keo getting himself one close by the doors. Those two things aren't too far from the realms of possibility. Reckons is going to send it with the bomb, so Sunday School are committed. They're still got to find another couple of players. There's that shot from Ruffleko, followed up with one onto Crunchy as well. And all of a sudden it starts to fall apart a little bit. 2 on 3 now, but the bomb plant was forced down, and Garfunkel is able to fight back to situation. Hugh looks like he might have DC'd there. Which is a little bit disappointing for DXA's chances in this round. Going to be unceremoniously finished off as well, 8-7. Sunday School get away with a little bit in that one, but we'll have to wait a moment for Hugh to come back.
Yeah. 2 versus 2 scenario as well. You know, the play's live. Bit unfortunate at the end, but it does feel like Sunday School steadied the ship when they get that bomb plant down, when they bring it into that 2 versus 2. Only the pistols at the end there, and quite disconnected of the play as well. So I still think that that would have been the eventual turnout of that round. Still a pretty decently fought round from DXA, even though they have the stack. Ruffleco's getting the shots out. You know, Sunday School still have to try and renegotiate just how to get back into the site. So credit for both teams in the take attempt and the hold attempt. But Sunday School now, they should be able to, you know, on paper, write this round home, get into the 9th, and tackle another gun round, and we'll see if they can start to look to put the seal on this map.
A couple of Zeus's for DXA.
Yeah, new Zeus's, yeah.
Yeah. Haven't seen anyone yet get themselves a double kill with the Zeus in any given round, but maybe this will be the one.
We'll see. Another stack attempt from DXA. A little bit weaker this time. Over to a long, although we'll talk about some strength. Maybe a Zeus would give you a little bit more strength. There's all the information. And some eco frags to pad the stats for Sunday School. So now we'll get to see the purchase up for DXA. No AWP in from Keo, unless they're going to juggle over from him dropping the A1S. And it looks like they will be doing so.
Yeah. 9-7. Starting to get a little bit precarious here for DXA, especially given they're on the CT side, and making a comeback with the economy working against you isn't always the easiest of tasks. So
yeah,
starting to run out of opportunities now. Big swing round actually on offer for Sunday School here, considering DXA have fully bought down to 0 basically. This could be 11 on offer for Sunday School if they were to win this round.
It's the right line for Keo.
Unable to do too much through the flash.
Sunday School still want to go for it. They'll bully Keo. They'll find a second one. Garfunkel, tip of the spear into the A site. I think you might even have to just try and contemplate a save for DXA at this point in time. No kits, a single smoke and an incendiary, a couple flashes. You've also got a lurking Crunchy that can remove these weapons from you and really just force you into a bad scenario.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that it ends like that, but
yeah,
you're right. Save will be the better call for DXA here, and Sunday School are well aware of that fact. So they're going to go hunting the weapons. Crunchy, he is looking locked in on this map. This is a fantastic performance from him. He'll take one more gun away from DXA, and every single one matters at this point. And it doesn't seem like any of them are going to be going through to the next round, so that's about as good as it's going to get. Easy round victory for Sunday School, and then they're able to successfully hunt the 3 guns down as well.
yeah.
Still have to be a save from DXA. They got a 3.4k loss bonus, so they can buy down a little bit, maybe some pistols, but beyond that, they're not really going to give themselves too much of a chance in this round.
Yeah, I mean, the damage delivered in the previous round at the tail end of it should return an 11th in this one. So you're pretty happy with the result of that. Just these upgraded pistols. See what damage can be done from DXA, but unless they can start a comeback train when they get the rifles in their possession in the next one, this would look to be very near closing of this series.
Close range though with the Deagle. Keo, he spotted out Versa, and Versa can't get the gun out in time. Keo maybe even a little bit lucky there, strafing to the side, gets the headshot. But he's done enough to at least open the account for DXA. And Crunchy will go down to the USP as well. What on earth is that? It's not over yet for Sunday School. Mizzy's got a big job to do trying to hold down mid.
Yeah, it's a little bit tantalizing if you're DXA to try and grab those rifles that are down. Although with 2 players on very low HP, it would be kind of difficult to position them. Now they lose two of those members, and it's all down to Hugh, who loses his life, and Lucas, who is somewhat close to the action. But do you put a little bit more of a premium on just holding this AK into the round? Because it's 1 versus 3, no utility. You've got no Kevlar behind yourself. He's got to fancy himself a try. Okay.
Smoke is not really going to be enough to write home about, so 11-7. And Sunday School get one step closer. Really just one bite at the cherry here for DXA. They've got to win this round, and they've gone for a triple AWP. Are you kidding me?
It's time to have some fun, Jordan.
I guess so. 3.4k if they lose this, so won't be enough to afford a proper buy next round unless they get some saves through. Got to do it with this bite.
And 3 chokes in towards the both sites and 1 in mid. So if you get an AWP on each line, hopefully you can find some opening damage. There's unfortunately not the first, but there is a trade to come in from Hugh.
Well, they will know that Hugh is not the primary AWPer for DXA, so the suspicions will be erased. Lucas will be flashed out into B main, but that is not going to benefit him all that much.
And what attention can Garfunkel keep drawn over to this B side as well for the rest of the team to start to scale up mid, potentially splitting through A. They can wrap around into an unsuspecting motion, because at this point in time, it is the 3 AWPs that are remaining. They're not quick to be able to try and get trades, especially if you're really close in location. Motion in front of the smoke? No, in the smoke.
Not alive anymore.
No.
DXA, Keo and Hugh with 2 AWPs to try to hold on to the A bomb site. This could be almost a repeat of the pistol round, though, where Sunday School looked almost assured to win the round and then decided to hit the site with both the players on it. Now, it is just Keo, but if he was able to do something special on A long, could have been a different story. He'll be dug out, though, by Reckons. The flash was good, and now it's on to Hugh. 1 on 4. Had that first. Crunchy. We'll make sure that it doesn't get too interesting. 12-7. And 1 round away from Sunday School booking their ticket into the upper bracket final.
Yeah, and a pretty convincing map 1 scoreline, in fact. This one a little bit more substance in the map from DXA, but ultimately, if you can close this one with a 2-0, you have quite a nice little reset period before we get into the next series. And I would even say you've got a little bit of time to kind of see how the other series is looking, to gauge how your opponents are feeling of today. So Sunday School, it's not a bad idea to try and close it out here. We'll see if they can do so, because there's a bit of a rampage coming through from DXA over at B long, and yeah, that's not how Roffelco wanted to see that duel end.
No, a fair bit of damage though done to Mizzy and Garfunkel, and so DXA are going to try to do something a little bit tricky. Trouble is, Keo is still locked outside of B main, and nowhere to go though. Garfunkel will just whiff a shot or 2. Keo ran out of bullets. That's so painful.
Yeah. And whilst Reckons is into the B site, you've got Crunchy, who's starting to make some money moves in towards the A side as well. Hugh overextends, Versa already on the AWP line. And now it's on Emotion.
Yeah, really good awareness from Versa, though. Like, if he sort of just gets a little bit lazy there and starts to walk his way toward B, he gets shot in the side of the head. Motion's got 3 frags for the map, and that's where it's going to end. 13-7 is the scoreline, and that is a fantastic result for Sunday School. I am absolutely shook. I was not expecting such a one-sided matchup, but there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got to give credit to the guys. They're a team that has had some, struggles, I guess, in putting together some rosters for...